Okay, so we're gonna start in tabletop, and tabletop is super easy to get into. So you'll be on hands and knees. And so when you arrive here, first of all, notice the foundation of which you've come into naturally. So don't change anything yet. Just take notice. Maybe your shoulders kind of slouching up. Maybe there's a lot of compression in the wrists. Your knees might be a little tender. And so let's fix that all now. And first thing, let's kind of tune into the knees. So if you're on a hardwood floor, you can always double up your mat. If you have a mat, or place a blanket underneath, so you can just roll it up like this, and then place your knees on top and get into a little tabletop this way. Again, feel free to get a blanket or a towel or something that will help you a little bit more if that's the case for you. And so your knees will come about hip distance, and your hands will come under the shoulders. If you have compression in the wrists, you can always walk them out a little bit further, and that's just to create a little bit less tension in that area. And so press into the ground as you spread the fingertips out wide, and more particularly press into the little fingertip pads just under your fingernail area, and that will also take compression out of the wrists. And now, a lot of the times, we can have the tendency to kind of let the belly just dip down right away. And in tabletop, we want to be kind of conscious of pulling the belly up so the spine flattens. There's extension through the lumbar spine and also extension through the thoracic spine. So you're bringing the chin a little bit tucked into the chest, the crown of the head and the tail kind of point away from each other. And then let your shoulders, instead of letting them sink towards the ears, press into your mat and lift away so that there's this engagement with the shoulder blades. And so this is our foundation for tabletop. Nice strong foundation. Tops of the feet are pressing into the mat. And we'll get started with the movement now for cat-cow. So as you inhale, your belly will come down towards the mat as you lift up through the heart. And don't let your head fall back. Keep the chin tucking, but allow for more flexion to occur in that area. And as you exhale, you'll slowly round the spine. Let the head follow. Don't keep it stiff. And press the thoracic spine, or the shoulder blade area, up towards the ceiling. And again, inhale, coming back through tabletop, and then dipping down the belly and lifting up through the heart for that cow position. And as you exhale, you'll round the spine again, pressing up towards the ceiling. Again, engaging at the arms to get a little bit more press out, letting the head move along with the rest of the spine. And then again, inhale, let your belly come down and your heart lift up. And exhale, slowly round your spine. And now come back to tabletop. Just kind of notice how that felt. If you want, you can give your wrists a break. Sit down on your legs really quick. Bend at your knees, sit down. You can also sit crisscross if you want. Just bring your hands together and just roll them in one direction. Give the wrist a break. Especially if you're sensitive there, that's okay. This will help undo any of that. And then move the other way when you're ready. Sometimes it's a little harder to move the other way, so don't worry if it is. And then stretch your arms up above the head and sprinkle the fingertips down towards your mat. So that's cat-cow. It's fairly simple. And if the on-knees variation doesn't work for you, there's lots that you can do. One is sitting like this and just lifting up, shoulders relax, and then exhale, rounding. The other one you can do is you can have your legs crossed. You can also have your legs extended out, and then same movement. So you're inhaling, lifting the chest up, shoulders relax, and as you exhale, you round. And it's the same movement through the spine, so you're getting all of the same benefits. So don't worry if you can't be on hands and knees. There's plenty out there of options. That was awkward. So you can always pick something else and enjoy it just as much as I do. Alright, thank you. Hope to see you next time.